Good morning, everybody. Hello, how are you? I hope you're having the most fabulous Monday ever. And yeah, I hope you had an amazing weekend. I'm just doing some technical things on this end of everything so everybody can hear me okay. All right, so this is Psychic Medium Toni G. And today I'm going to try to take as many callers as possible, help them connect with loved ones on the other side, as well as answer questions that they have. Now, if I call out your area code, please take me off of speakerphone and have a question or a connection ready. I am typically a very patient person, but for the purpose of the show and people calling in, I kind of need you to be ready with your question or your connection. And if you're on speakerphone, I'm not going to hear you very well. Also, all the background noise of wherever you are, whatever you're doing is going to come through. This show does get aired on WSCS, so it will mess up the audio for the television show too. Thank you for joining me on YouTube. Thank you for joining me on WSCS. Thank you for joining me on all the venues that I'm on, Spreaker, every podcast out there. Thank you so much for joining in and listening in. If you would like to call in and ask a question or connect with a loved one on the other side, the number is 845 277 9131. Okay, yay. I finally remember my number. Two quick announcements. I started recording Create a Life You Love Again for WSCS, and it has an entirely new format. I recorded the first new format last week, and it's up on YouTube, and WSCS will be airing it soon. I'm sure of that. And I'll be doing one of those a week, hopefully, all things going well. Hey, Genevieve. I love Genevieve. She is like such a sparkly, beautiful soul. She's one of my favorite. I want to say one of my favorite Canadians. I have a few Canadian friends. She's one of my favorites. Okay. Anyway, so okay, so yes, so Create a Life You Love. I did the first new format last week. Now, in the past, I did this show and I did interviews. I interviewed people on how they created a life that they are in love with and passionate and purposeful about. But now I'm using the show to teach you how to get there. How do you get from where you are to where you want to be? Okay. And the first show was kind of an intro with some basics, a lot of basics in it. And as we evolve in this show with everything, I mean, I have it formatted. I have enough shows, I think, for 100 years probably. As we proceed with the show, the format should become one where we're going to hit self-love, finances, career, other love with family, friends, and in relationships, and some little knowings, but a lot of channelings. I'll be channeling a lot on that show. And again, the format is a little bit different. I don't take callers, but I do talk about the changes we need to make in our mind to get to where we want to be in our reality. Okay. So one of the things that I said in the last show is you don't get what you want, you get what you think you deserve. And a lot of people would argue with me on that, but I'm going to just simply say this: watch the show, um, and go into your mind. And when you are thinking of something that you might want, ask yourself, do I believe I deserve this? And then just make the statement, I deserve better. Like, it doesn't have to be from A to Z. It can just be A to A and a half. Just taking that half step, like, I deserve better. I deserve better than whatever it is. Whatever it is. Okay. Having said that, I'm going to go to the first caller. I would again say, please make sure that you are not on speakerphone and have your question or connection ready. And real quick, I'm horrible at promoting myself, but really quick. So I've authored or channeled 7 books, and dun dun dun, here are 6 of them. Dun dun dun. This is the latest book, and this is the one before. Nope, 2 books ago. And these books are poems. They have pretty much the same name because I'm not very creative when it comes to making up titles for my books. And they are available at Amazon.com. There's a link below. If you're watching on WSCS or listening, you can go to YouTube and watch live. You can subscribe on YouTube, so you'll be notified whenever I do Psychic Medium Toni G or Create a Life You Love. Okay, here we go to the first caller, and the area code is 313.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for asking. My name is Sherelle. I'm calling from Michigan.
Hey, Sherelle. How can I help you today?
Hi. Yes, I would just like messages from the other side.
Okay, I need one. Can I please have the first name and relationship of a person you would like to talk with?
Okay.
If there's
I don't know if I want to talk to my brother or grandmother. So this time I'll go with my brother. His name is Calvin.
Calvin. Okay. Okay, so Calvin's here. Your grandmother's here also. She's the first person I saw. She used to wear a house coat. She used to wear a house coat all the time, right?
Yes.
Yes, girl, she's here. She showed up in her house coat right away. And I think I want to say this, but I don't want to bust your grandma out, but she used to wear like a wig sometimes.
All the time.
Okay, I was being kind about it, but she's pointing to her hair, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think that's your hair. I think that's a wig. So I didn't want to bust her out, but
yeah, my mom or me, my mom used to do her hair all the time, where she used to just buy wigs.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Okay, so grandma's here for sure. Your brother Calvin's here. Your brother passed at kind of a young age, didn't he?
Yes, a few months, like 4 months. He had a heart problem.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Now there's a third person here then.
Yeah, thank you.
There's a third person here. It's a male. He's I'm going to tell you the 2 things I'm hearing. And if this is somebody who's familiar to you, okay. If it's not, that's okay too. So your brother Calvin's here, your grandma's here, and then this third male person showed up. And this third male person is, he's a younger man. He's not a boy, he's a man, but he's younger. He has he has a nice build. He's a good-looking man. But he is here also, and he's right next to your grandma. So I feel like this is in some way, there's a relationship here in some way. Okay, so let's start with messages, and this person will probably, if it's relevant, will give me more information. If it's not, that's okay. So the first thing your grandma wants to say is, we're, meaning all of us, we're okay, we're good. What's important for you to know at this point, where you what you need to know is she's using the statement carry on, which to me is like kind of like move on, but carry on, just keep going, just carry on sort of thing going on. She also wants to tell you, okay, so she's bringing up work, strategic, and carry on. Are you thinking of changing work or moving work? Or
yes. Yes,
okay.
I am.
Thank you.
I left my job I was with I was going to be 5 years ago, and I started a new job in February, and I'm not liking it because I'm tired of the food industry. Wearing a hairnet, no jewelry, no lashes, no nails, and I'm like, at what point where I'm a woman?
Right.
So I'm just really trying to get out the food industry and I'm ready for a businesswoman kind of job.
Yeah, and
before I start my own business.
Oh my goodness, that's what I was gonna say next. That like you have. Okay, so you really need to listen to Create a Life You Love. I was gonna say, I wish I should have just said it, but you have. You know what they're saying is there are a number of things that you could do, a number of different businesses you could do. It depends on which direction you want to go. So if you want to go, let's just say, into something with fashion or beauty, you could easily do that. If you wanted to go in another direction, you could do that. The main thing is to just jump. Don't make excuses. Don't be.
I've been applying. I've applied for about 15 jobs yesterday.
Okay, so what they're saying is take what you have and start something on the side. Like, and your grandma's saying, stop working for the man. Stop working for the man.
You know what? And I've been telling, that's crazy because it's confirmation. That's all I've been talking about with my people that surround me. I'm tired of working for people. I need to come on my own business.
Yes.
And I've been trying to think of a side hustle or internet, like what ways I can make my own money. And that's crazy because that's all I've been talking about.
Okay, so they are giving you such a strong.
But I don't have no ideas.
Okay, so one of the things that I'm getting for you, that like there are several things that you could do easy. I mean, you might have to get some training for some of them, but I think your business is not going to be a computer-based business. I think your business is going to be a person-to-person business, whether it be in the beauty industry or something like coaching, hypnosis, or doing some sort of beauty with people. You're going to do a person-to-person business, and you do have options. You're the type of person, you're so good with people, and you're a really good listener. But you're really a good no BS person too. Like you'll say to somebody, okay, that all sounds good, but that's not that. You need to do this, this, and this. So whatever you do, you're going to, it's going to be a person-to-person business. It's going to be face-to-face, whether that means on the computer or in over the phone or in person. And you're going to be assisting people on their journey. So again, whether we go coaching,
really?
Yes,
when do you see that happen?
You can do. I can give you some examples, but deep down, you kind of already have a feeling, or there's something inside of you that, like I'm just gonna say 3 things here. People in the beauty industry are always giving advice, so that's thing number 1. Coaches, even though sometimes coaches get like a overplayed name, coaches really just direct people in the right way. And hypnotists, any of these things would be amazing things for you. But you, and I cannot stress this enough, there's something inside of you that you already have, that you can just start, excuse the way I'm going to say this, you can just start telling people what to do and they'll just start doing it. You have a good,
really?
yes, you have a way of inspiring people. That's the word, inspiring. Now, I do want to tell you, once you have the confidence to do this, it's going to take off very quickly. You just need to be in that space where you say, okay, I'm going to work with my first person. I'm going to assist this person. And then from there, it's just going to go. I'm hearing your come up will be quick. Your come up will be quick. You just have to take that first step.
Now you said something with beauty, right? In computers. Now, when you say that, where do I start at?
Okay, so here's what I'm going to say to you.
Makeup?
I'm going to say this to you. I'm going to say they gave a couple of different examples. They said it could be beauty. It could be anything where you're working one-on-one with a person. Now, for more, if you really want to go in detail about this, we could do that in a private session, but I typically do like one connection or one question for each person that calls in. I went a little over with you, but here's what I'm going to tell you.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I know. No. It's okay. I get it 100%. Here's what I'm going to tell you. You inside of you, you already know. You have a really good idea. You already know, like, this is something you're passionate about. This is something you have a passion inside of you about. I think you already have an idea about it. So here's what I'll say is sit down and figure out, and this is the most important thing. What are you passionate about? If it's just talking to people and helping them on their journey, if it's helping people heal, if it's helping people with their hair or their makeup or their nails, whatever you're passionate about, that's where you're going to take your next step. And that's what's going to be the most important thing for you. Now I'm going to do a clearing. I'm going to do a clearing of anything stopping or blocking us on our journey to our purpose. And we're going to clear that now. And here's the thing. We often know what we love. It's what we spend most of our time thinking about, researching, reading, and doing. We just have to apply that in a logical way in the world for us to be able to use however we're going to use it. Okay. It's typically just that simple. It's just that easy. Okay, I'm going to go to the next caller, and the next caller is 415. Hello, 415. How are you today?
Hi, I'm great.
Excellent.
This is Kate in California.
Hey, Kate. How can I help you?
Well, I think a lot of what you said to her, applies as normal. But so I'm, renting a car to move a couple states, and I kind of got freaked out when I saw the price of one-way rental car.
Okay.
A little extreme. And I was going to go for 5 days and go slowly, and so now that kind of, I just need to be talked down off the wall about, I do want to do this, it'd be good, and don't worry about the money.
Okay, so you have to, money is an energy, okay? And our thoughts put us on whatever frequency we're on for the day, week, month, year, okay? So if we're in that place of knowing we're making the right choice and going in the right direction, and by the way, you are, then we have confidence in our move and what we're about to do. And the key statement that they're using for you, Kate, is the outcome or the reward has to be bigger than the what you're sitting in right now. So if you can just keep yourself focused on the outcome or the end result, the reward of this,
Got it.
where you're going to be, and not worry about the means to get there, right? So
The short term.
right, I'm going to use a vacation
Yeah.
for you, and I think you're going to get
enjoying.
this when we
I want to enjoy the means.
right. Now here's a perfect example. Everybody wants to go on vacation, and people want to travel, and they want to go to beautiful places, and the cost of that is inexpensive. So people might book the airfare and the hotel and go, oh my God, it's costing me this much. But when they get there, the pleasure of it, they know the pleasure of that vacation is going to outweigh the cost of the vacation. 9 times out of 10, that's just what's going to happen. So you have to get in your state of mind that, okay, yes, it is costing me this much, but the reward of this is going to be more. And I'm going to say something to you, Kate. The amount you're spending on this rental car is an unexpected amount. But if you were spending it on something pleasurable, you wouldn't give a happy hoo-hoo.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even be second guessing it. If you were booking a trip to Mexico and it cost this much.
If it was a plane ticket?
Yes.
No,
you would,
I wouldn't think twice.
you wouldn't think twice. So you're just caught up a little bit. We do that, right? Like I'll go out and I'll buy some beverages, and they're not inexpensive beverages. And I won't think anything about it because it's for me and friends, and we're going to have a great time.
Yeah.
But then I'll look at something like something practical that I really don't want to spend money on. That's even less than that. And I'll go, oh my God, why am I paying this much for this? Right? So it's it's that perspective in our mind. And if we can turn that around, right? If we can go, oh my God, it's going to be so worth it to rent this one-way vehicle. I would pay more for airfare someplace. I would pay more for, whatever it is. A moving van.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with this. And in the end result is going to be such a better thing. So somebody up above is saying, don't worry about pennies when it's going to rain dollars. Okay. So when you get to your new destination, you're going to have a lot more. You're going to be in this place energetically that is just more prosperous than where you are now, right? So when we get into a place that is working and open, and prosperous, we can then immerse into that energy and become more prosperous ourselves. Okay, so it's in the end, this is going to pay off. It's going to be such a great adventure. So right now, let's clear. We have financial fear. I get a yes. We're going to clear that for you, everybody listening, everybody re-listening. And that's a big one. Financial fear is so huge because it really does encompass us. It really does make us think, we all, this is the third clearing, folks. Everybody, today is such a good day. This show is going to be so amazing. Okay.
Great show.
We have a mindset, a lack mentality. And that's not only with money, that's with everything. And I'm getting a yes on that. So for you, everybody listening, everybody re-listening, we're going to clear that now, that lack mentality. And we're going to clear it to prosperity and prosperous outcomes in everything. Okay. So you can listen to the show and re-listen to it until you feel like you just get that solid yes, or you don't you don't feel the stuff going. And sometimes even once we clear it, if something comes up, we can be like set back a little bit. So we want to re-listen to the clearing again. So please make sure that you're doing that, because we don't want to be in that place of lack, or those, we're not in a place of lack. Everything exists in our mind. So in our mind is where the fear lives, and we bring that into our reality. So if we can get in that place where in our mind, we know, and I say this all the time, we are so divinely taken care of. We are so divinely provided for. We have always been taken care of. We will always be taken care of. Even when we don't know how things are going to work out, they just work out. And we have to embrace that. And the more we embrace that, the better things will work out for us. And the more we'll be in that space of building, and having that prosperous, abundant knowing over that fear and that lack mentality. Okay, Kate, thank you so much for calling. I'm gonna try to get to the next person because my time is running down. The show on WSCS is only 28 minutes. So 267, how can I quickly help you today? Hey, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Excellent.
My name is Crystal.
Hey, Crystal.
And I was wondering if I could possibly connect with my grandma.
What's her first name, love?
Lynn.
Lynn. Did she?
Lynn.
I'm sorry?
Lynn.
Lynn. Okay. Did she at one point, was she kind of bigger at one point, like and she had dark hair at one point?
Yes.
And she kind of was, well, I'm not going to describe that. Anybody watching on YouTube knows what I'm saying right now. I want to apologize for that. Okay. So she wants to say she loves you. She wants you to know she's with you. She does, the smell of lilacs is really, it's that little purple flower. And where I am, that only blooms in the summer. We only get them in the summer, and only, once in a while. Now, I don't know if she used to wear like a perfume that was like this, but she's showing me these lilac flowers, and they can sometimes, I always see them as pink or purplish. She's showing me them as blue. So whatever this means for you, however this comes for you, she wants you to know that's one of her signs for you. And another sign that she's around is, and I'm going very quickly because I know I'm running out of time. She wants you, so I'm just giving you her signs for you, how you know she's around you. And one of them is the scent. And again, I hear like that lilac scent. Okay. And the other one is a bird that is blue. Now, I'm not going to say this is a blue jay because I don't think this is what a blue jay looks like, but it's a smaller, almost like, I don't want to call it a finch either. It's a bird that's blue. And she wants you to, she's just calling it a bluebird. So whenever you see a bird that is blue, or you have the scent, and even if it's a scent of like roses or old school flowers, you know what I mean? Like when I say old school flowers, I don't want to say old time, but like those flowers we smelled so much as children. Like everybody had lilac bushes when I was growing up, or rose bushes. It's just not so much anymore. Anyway, okay.
Right.
These are two of her signs that she's with you, but she wants you to know she's always with you, and that she wants you to know there are a lot of other people up there, and they're all helping you walk this walk. And there's a song coming through now. It's a very old song. Oh, I cannot sing. Why do they do this to me? Walk like a man, talk like a man. I think I get the name Johnny Mathis. I don't think he sang this song, but maybe that was another artist she listened to. But this song is symbolic for something going on in your life right now. She wants you to listen to this song, and it will help answer a question that you have going on. Do you know what song I'm talking about?
I have idea if I have to Google a little bit.
Okay.
When you were just trying to sing, I know the tune of it.
Yeah. Okay.
But,
so I think
it's funny because
I think one of the lines in it is "Walk like a man, talk like a man," and it's a very old song. It's a much older song. So
okay.
I
have a court date coming up that has been an ongoing one for a couple years. Do you think it will be in my favor?
I think what they're saying is the outcome is going to be fair and just. The outcome is going to be extremely fair and just. And I know that's not the answer you're looking for, but that is the answer that she is giving me. It's going to be fair and just. Okay, so what I need to do right now, I'm over my time for WSCS. I want to thank everybody so much for joining me today. And I'll be back next Monday at noon for 30 minutes, taking your calls, answering your questions. Until then, remember, it's your responsibility to make miracles happen in your life. Thanks again.